folks. My name's Regina Andre, and today we're going to be talking about some tips on how you can be a more effective listener. This modern age is full of distractions, which make it hard to truly listen to one another. Everyone around us have cell phones or other kinds of technology, and today I would like to shed light on how each of us can be a more effective listener, which in turn can better our interpersonal relationships, and we can then bring these skills into the real world, whether that be at school, at work, with our family, our friends. The first tip that I would like to talk about is paying attention to nonverbal communication. We should all be aware of nonverbal body language, whether it's coming from the person speaking to you, which is the speaker, or whether it's coming from you. Our posture, gestures, body movements, and eye contact all send messages about our willingness to interact with others. One example of this is eye contact. When another person is speaking to us, we should be maintaining eye contact with them. Especially in the United States, eye contact is seen as a sign of respect. And if you're looking down or looking around, looking at a cell phone, it really shows the other person that you're not interested in what they have to say, and it can be seen as very disrespectful. The next thing that we should do is put away any distractions we might have. A lot of people are always distracted by their cell phones, and you might not even realize it when a friend is talking to you or a colleague that you're looking at your phone, and it can just really show people that you're not paying attention to what they are saying. And in order to be a more effective listener, you should really think about what could be distracting you. So the next tip that I would like to talk about is do not interrupt. So when we interrupt someone that is speaking to us, that is not being an effective listener and is often very disrespectful to other people. So there's a couple different ways that we can make sure that we don't interrupt someone when they're talking to us. And one way you can do that is by not thinking ahead. When somebody's talking to you, don't be thinking about what you want to say next. Instead, really engage in the conversation and listen to what that person is saying to you. I think that if you really think about it, the next time that you're having a conversation, you'll realize that we oftentimes are thinking about what we want to interrupt and say to someone, or what we want to say when they're finished. And instead, we should really be listening to them. And also, it's really helpful if when someone is talking to us, if before we speak, when they're done talking to us, if we pause. This gives us time to process what that person has said to us and to gain understanding. The next tip that I would like to talk about is asking questions to gain understanding. So when someone is talking to us, we should reflect back information that we've received during the conversation. And this initiates understanding and provides opportunities for clarification if there's anything that we've missed when they were talking to us. We should use the kinds of questions that paraphrases, shows acknowledgement about the things that they said, and also uses reflective statements. So another thing that we could do to help ask questions that gain understanding when someone is talking to us is to use open-ended questions instead of leading. And this is because sometimes when somebody is talking to us, we tend to lead away from the conversation. And sometimes we don't always go back to exactly where the speaker had wanted us to go with the conversation. And the next thing that we could do is to ask a question instead of making a statement. And this is because it helps us to gather information and clarify the message that the speaker is trying to give to us. So today, I have been trying to show you that we are surrounded by distractions almost every moment of every day. It's all around us and we can always see them. Effective listening skills are an indispensable tool that allows us to better our interpersonal relationships and in turn better our own lives. So today we went through a couple tips that I think can really help you to be a more effective listener. One of those is paying attention to nonverbal communication. The next time you're talking to someone, check your eye contact. Are you maintaining eye contact and looking them in the eye? The next thing we can do is do not interrupt. When we interrupt someone, it's showing them that we are disrespectful, and it can be very frustrating to someone that is speaking to us. The next thing we can do is to ask questions to gain understanding. We should reflect back information we've received during a conversation, and it gives us opportunities to clarify things that the speaker has said. I hope that today you've learned some tips on how you can be a more effective listener, and in turn, you can take this into your real life.